Hi, I am Shoojit Sircar, and people think that I am a filmmaker, but I think I am a footballer first. And these are my 10 commandments in terms of what do I do when I make films. And I hope you're not going to follow this. The most important trait for a director is honesty and integrity, I think. The most important trait is that when someone in front of you is listening to you, because you're going to tell a story. You're going to tell a story the way you feel. You're going to tell the story the way you want to have the narrative. So it's very important that the person in front, he's actually more intelligent than you. You have to cross his intelligence, because everybody is a filmmaker, everybody is an actor, everybody is an editor, everybody is a writer. What happens is, in my case, for example, I've gone to Mr. Bachchan, and I think he's got 45 years of experience in the industry, and he knows scripts by heart, and he reads once and he knows where's the full stop is, where's the comma is, what is the meaning of that dialogue, and he remembers all the lines. And most of my meetings with him had been not more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's like I go straight and I straight away stand up and enact. I forget myself who is in front of me, and I be myself. Okay, this is my story and this is the story I want to tell. Your confidence that this man knows the story that he's going to tell, as soon as that comes and it connects, I call it a very spiritual connection. So there is no formula to it, how you want to convince the guy in front. He just looks at your eyes, he just believes you, okay, this man, and I'm going to surrender to this man. I think I failed in all my films when I look back because of sometimes commercial pressure, sometimes you have not done enough research on that, sometimes your insecurity. In Madras Kami, there are many failures which I would want to correct. And let me tell you what happened. So there was a market research team. So many students came, many people came. So my name of the film was Jaffna. Jaffna is a place in Sri Lanka where the problem was. So in the questionnaire it was written that what is Jaffna? So somebody said it's a fruit. So then I decided, if somebody thinks Jaffna is a fruit, then I'm in a wrong country making a wrong film. So that kind of a research came in. And then they forced me a few things which I had to change in the film. Now when I look back, I think it was the most silliest thing I have done. To keep the unit happy, the most important is to have the best caterer, the best food, number one. Breaking the schedule on time from breakfast, lunch and dinner and snacks. That's key. And obviously number two is to be very precise. You know exactly, so that I have seen that if you tell your crew that tomorrow I'm going to shoot this and this and this and the climax and this, I want silence here, I don't want chaos here, I want my actors rehearsals. So if you categorize and if you tell the schedule and if you just be exact to the schedule, and right at 1:30 if a director calls, okay, lunch break, I think that's the best, the happiest crew you'll ever have. So right caterer and a good food. This is the job. That's what I do to control my ego on the set. Because if I start showing up my ego, I know that, that I won't get the best of the performance. So best is when I come to onto the set, I do a lot of preparations. So there are a couple of techniques that you can work on with an actor especially, and your cinematographer also, and sometimes with your writer also. Because when a writer writes something, he's got or she's got something in her head, and there's a reason behind it, and sometimes you want to improvise on that. There is a huge challenge to convince the actor, that one person that you cannot show your ego to, that's your writer, because that's most important. That's where I feel the film gets made. With actors, till now I have never shown my ego. Sometimes if an actor says, okay, no, I want to do this way, I have said it, okay, you do it this way, and say it. But my upbringing has been in theatre, so I also act quite well. So I also perform that scene, and I have many a times I have convinced my actor by me performing and emoting much better. But yes, I mean, if you really want to get the best scene out of your actors, keep your ego at home, come, just be with them, because actor needs your hand and your support, your assurance. And if you give an environment to an actor where he can be himself or she can be himself or herself and feel confident, I think then you had it. But if somebody is smart enough and he says, okay, I know better than you, I will show my ego there. I don't scream too much. I'm quite cool on the set. Few of the things I'm quite clear of what I'm looking at. because I give a lot of space to my actors. I do a lot of rehearsals. Sometimes in the entire day, I don't shoot. I just rehearse. And the next day I come and shoot for 10 minutes and the shot is done. And last 2-3 films of mine have been, the scenes have been quite long, 10 minutes, 50 Piku, and even in the film Pink, now the scenes are almost 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long. And I rehearse like a theatre. I do lots of rehearsals, a lot of rehearsals, so that when I take, and everybody is performing at this moment. And I also do a lot of multi-cameras nowadays. So the multi-camera helps me capture every reaction from all corners. And that also helps the actors not to perform every time in every scene. Sometimes I do scream, and you have to scream, that they should know that there is somebody there. If you don't perform, there is somebody to scream. I think all actors are hungry. Some actors are there who just wants to do the same things over and over again. But there are most of the actors which I work with, either from Irfan or Mr. Bachchan or Anu Kapoor or Deepika, or I like to work with absolutely new fresh talent, because I think they don't have any baggage. So for me, if an actor says no, I'm not, I just ask him, are you sure not? And I don't bother twice, and I move on. I don't hang on to anybody. I'm not starstruck. I just need an actor who can perform with me. If I go with the script, go to a big actor, stars, and if he hangs on for many days, I'll go and one day, boss, are you doing this film or you're not doing this film? Are you interested? This subject interests you? He says, I need a time to think. I said, I don't have a time, because I'm already 49 and I'm going to have to make some 30 films in the next 10 years. When I did Vicky Donor, many of the star actors, when I went and told them, okay, I'm doing a film about a sperm donor, obviously they smiled and they laughed at me, but I could see into their eyes they're not going to do this film. They thought this guy is a little depressed possibly and trying some slapstick comic, whatever we do, double meaning comedies he's trying. So it was difficult to tell people, okay boss, I am doing a film on sperm donation, but it's got the sensitivities are different. It's cinematic. Madras Cafe was physically challenging because I was dealing with refugees. In every 100 meters there was a dead body. It was so draining out when the refugees come out and they've been shot, wherever the grenade is blasting, people are amputated, there is no leg, there's no hand. I mean, it's so traumatic that how the situation would have been. And I've never seen a civil war myself. Whatever I've seen in civil war is in films and in documentaries. And I had to recreate that from the news. So if you ask me that how far I'm going to push my team, can I like DiCaprio in Revenant or Naruto? Yes, I will push till I get my shots. And most of my film I've pushed my actors, my writers, my musicians, my cinematographer, the entire crew. First of all, I have not till now I have never pitched my films to any producers. Most of the films I made it myself and the producers have joined in. But I've done a couple of times and it's been disastrous, absolutely. Because some 20 of them will sit across, and most of them have gone to New York Academy and they've come back with 3 months or 6 months of graduation, and then they know more than Spielberg. So you can understand that what I am pitching and what I am trying to say, it's not commercial, it's not commercially viable. Because how can I go and I can tell them, okay, my next film is about constipation. Then I have to explain this character is there, so it goes over the head, because there are many things a director cannot explain. I don't know the secret of the pitch, but one thing I've learned, that when you go and pitch, you must tell them that this film is not going to make money. So are you ready to put money on this film, on the subject and on me? Let them decide. If you go and tell them, okay, this film is going to make them a lot of money, then possibly they'll put the money, and if it actually doesn't make money, then your next film is a problem. I take only one responsibility in the film, that whatever money that my producer has invested, I somehow make sure that I make the film's budget so tight that he recovers that cost. And after that, I do Jingalala. So tell the producer, you come onto my journey. If he agrees, fine. Otherwise, go sell your house, sell your shoes, sell your car and make a film. Yes, I am nervous. A lot of things run together in your head, because all my films, what I've seen, the best of your scenes that you're seeing, that you can hear the audience will clap or audience will really stand up, those are the worst scenes. and the scenes which you have not cared about, and the audience has picked up that scene. So these kind of things happened, yes, but I am nervous. I really want them to come out and hug me always and tell me, okay, this is the best film you have made. Yeah, so, but this doesn't happen often. When I don't see people reacting those loudly, you just feel, okay, last 2 years what I wasted, and because that's the moment for a director and for a maker. But yeah, I think this process is sometimes relieved, but sometimes you feel, oh, it's over now, you have to move on. It's like one life is over and you move on to the next life. It takes a lot of time for you to shift from this emotional ride of one film to the other. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of toll also. But yes, you feel relieved and you feel light. You can play, you can run, you can jog, you can eat, and you can criticize other films. Yeah, I just simply pray that, okay, this film recovers my cost. The cost I'm going to engage my, and I've got set of my family members and my friends. The first thing I think that these close circuit, they should say, okay, Shoojit, you have done the right film. Wow, this is good. So if they tell me that they are happy with and that it steers their head, then I am quite sorted out. Rest, what they think, I don't bother much. It's my close circuit friends, and I work only with my close circuit friends. I explore less with absolutely new technician or new. It's just friends, even to the actors also. I try to go around like-minded people. If they like it, that's it, I'm happy. If you really like what I spoke, and even if you don't like what I spoke, please hit and log on to Film Companion.